All right, Mary Beth, mics are live.
Mics are live, eyebrows, working on them.
Working on it. Oh my gosh, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your Friday Writer's Backpack with the Writer's Adventure. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe what happened this morning. Can I just tell them that can I just out Ross? Can I just do that? Oh my gosh. A writer's life. This is like a writer's life. It's like, shh, we're working here. What are we doing? You're just writing. No, we're working. Think about all the times you're interrupted as a writer. Okay, so Mary Beth and I are live. We're live. We're like live. We're recording something. Just point to the door behind you, Mary Beth. So that's a door behind her. The door opens and this cute little face comes out, and it's her husband Ross, who needs to get a shirt.
Actually, his pants. His pants.
So this face like, oh, are you recording? Yes, we're recording. Oh my
I think
god.
it's the ultimate work from home dilemma. It's not just writers, but he doesn't work from home, so he has no idea.
Yeah, it's
The
true.
Zoom thing is pretty foreign to him still.
Oh my gosh. It's a great kind of opening though on this Friday writer's backpack, right? Like one of the things that's in your backpack is how to keep going. I mean, that's not kind of where we were going to go today, but it's kind of a good segue. I don't know.
I also think, I'm thinking about the world, and
Mm,
I think 2 years ago we hit a tipping point,
mm,
right? And everyone we were leading these super busy lives and commuting and doing this and doing that, and then all of a sudden it was like, nope, you're not doing that anymore. And the cards were aligned, right? It's like, oh, this Zoom thing, people had already started working on it, and so we had all these tools that we could make this new world sort of kind of work. And we haven't figured out what it looks like now that that particular house of cards has collapsed.
hmm.
We're still kind of swimming in the deep, dark, unknowing place. We
Right.
don't have it all sorted out. We don't know that the bottom hasn't fallen out more. Although we're sure ready for stable ground, right?
Yeah.
But Tina and I have just come out of this big conversation on stacking the decks. So stories are filled with turning points, but there are things that happen that lead up to that just make the inevitable happen.
Hmm.
So there we are.
Your key word there, as a story tracker, is inevitable.
Mm.
And, a great story, one of my mentors, Roger Larry, from years ago when I was working in film, said to me that a great story, a great ending is surprising, but inevitable.
Mm.
So it surprises the reader or the moviegoer, but then they go, oh my gosh, but it was inevitable.
Mm.
And so put in your backpack this week this concept of what are you writing that leads to an inevitable moment in your book? And I find in inevitable moments as a reader wildly satisfying because while you're reading the book, there are pieces that your brain is trying to add it up and is trying to predict the ending. Like that's the reader's experience. The writer's experience is to like at some point in the editing process write 30% less so you don't give us all the answers because you want the reader to be adding things up and trying to figure it out,
Right.
right? And so stacking the decks is the way that you can get there, meaning loading the bases, right? Everyone's on base, someone hits a home run, boom, that's your home run, no turning back moment. Um, Tell us a bit more, Mary Beth, about the different ways that we can stack the decks.
Well, we have we have the emotional world. We have the physical world. We have the social world. Um,
Mhm.
what am I missing?
Yeah, the spiritual world, maybe.
Spiritual world, absolutely. I mean, these are all we talk about this when we talk about conflict, and it's not different. It's just a different way of approaching it, right?
Ah, I love
Um,
Mhm.
but I don't know why this image just flashed in my mind. A story of this super athletic, physical guy who did a stupid thing and broke his neck, and it's like, while it seems like fluke, and it could be fluke, the writer's job is to find all the things that put him in that situation in the first place, right? So maybe it goes back to his childhood and feeling like he needs to get people's attention by doing crazy stuff and showing off. Or maybe it goes back to, um, he should have been writing an exam that day, but that's not where he got his validation from. I don't know. You make this up. And somehow, in making this up, you find these threads which are true, not true, but it's about exploration and harnessing those little bits of details that you find to create meaning around that and to
Su
drive the story.
It's
Did I
beautiful.
did I get it, Tina?
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
totally nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it. And I'm just gonna now apply that to so if you're someone who's, writing fiction, what Mary Beth just described is perfect, right? Because it's exploring all the things that could have happened to create this no turning back moment. If you're writing something autobiographical, your job is to look back and notice the things that maybe you didn't notice that added up to that moment. So especially if you're in a moment of going, I don't know why I had to do it. I just had to.
Mhm.
Okay, that might be your experience, your right now experience, but I guarantee you, if somebody else was telling your story for you, they would notice all the things. Because unless you're psychotic, I say that on purpose, like unless you're actually not firing up here, you make decisions based on things that add up. Somewhere inside of you, they make sense. People don't do things that don't make sense to them. They don't, unless something's not firing up here. And so I guarantee you, whatever it is that you did, something led you there.
Yeah.
And your job is to notice it, right? You could ask, especially if you're writing autobiography, ask someone, how did I get here? Ask your best friend, how did I get here? Your best friend will tell you. Ask your spouse. Your spouse will definitely tell you, but you might not want to hear it. Ask your child. Your children definitely know. Mom, come on.
You don't need to ask them. They'll just shove it in your face.
That's right, they'll just tell you. They'll just tell you. Um, so yeah, so that's our offering today, and you're in your backpack. It's what's the inevitable moment? Oh, hold on. If you're writing a personal development book, and it's not a journey per se of transformation from here to there, and you're not telling a linear story like that, know that that turning point is what's likely happened for your reader, which is why they picked up your book. So it's like, what is the state that they are in when they pick up your book and they're like, I can't take this anymore. I need to buy this book. What's the
Mhm.
thing they can't take anymore and what led them there? And then your book then gives them solutions to how to rewire their patterns to not do the thing that got them there. You're teaching what to do new and what to do next. So, and you also will likely have a chapter about how they got there so that they can self identify with, well, look, oh, yeah, that's how I got here. That's why I'm not going to do that again.
Mhm.
So, initiation, turning points in your backpack. Anything else? I think that's all we got. I
I
think we're
think
good.
that's it.
All right. See you next Friday for another Friday backpack. And we'll see you in 15 minutes for our Friday writing group.
All
All
right,
right.
bye bye.